everybody, how are you? Hope you're having a good night. So I just got through doing a react to all the Twitter peeps. I am just trying to stay caught up with everything Foodie Beauty because I know this is the quiet before the storm. When she pops up, it's going to get crazy. She's going to come out of the gate hot and it's going to be shocking. And it's going to be like a rewind to Crackhead Olympics when all of the reactors are just spending literally all day and all night covering her. She's going to be streaming for 7, 8, 10 hours a day. It's going to be nuts. So to be frank with you, I am happy for the quiet. You guys know what's going on with me. I got to move anyway. So if she's going to take a break, this is the opportune time for me to focus on other things. But the lovely, talented, wonderful, gifted Neo Tarot, she has been blessing us with so many readings on Foodie, on Salah, and she did another one on Salah today, and it was quite illuminating. What is he feeling right now? What's going through his head? Let's find out. So for those of you that are on my channel that you've never heard of Neo Tarot, y'all, look down below. Look, you see the link? Look down there. I'll leave the link for the original video in the description, which leads back to the video and her entire channel. And for those of you that are interested in private readings with Neo Tarot, she does private readings as well. You can find that in her merch store. So without further ado, how about we just get into it? Let me just make sure I am where I need to be. I'm good. I'm good. We're good. All right. And I'm going to blow this up full screen and take it away, Neo. Always a pleasure.
He's acknowledging. He's been waiting on this. What? Hey, y'all. Hey, let's get into this amazing reading for Salah. A lot of you have asked me, thank you, Spirit, how does Salah feel now that everything has come out? A reading focused on his energy. Wow. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You gotta watch the video to the end to determine for yourself.
That's a lot of cards. Spirit had a lot to say about this matter.
If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right. He's acknowledging that he was lured into her emotional abyss. I'm just going to say her because we've done enough.
Here's Foodie's card right there. The alligator with the candy cane in his mouth. That is so her. That is so Foodie. She's an apex predator. She comes off like, I won't hurt you. I'm innocent. I would never hurt you. I have good intention. But she's an apex predator. Best believe that.
Enough readings that it feels like this is who we're talking about. Foodie Beauty, Chantal, lured into her emotional abyss.
And how appropriate, how incredibly appropriate that the Sweet Tooth card is right next to the Swamp Angel card. So here's the apex predator with the candy cane in its mouth, and here's Salah. Like he got caught. He got caught in her net. He got caught. Look at him. He got caught. She's like, I'm going to get you. And I got you. Boy, did I get you. He got caught in her trap. To me, this looks like a net. He got caught in her trap.
Able to keep his head above water, emotion, sadness, fear, anxiety, depression, wanting to clear, cancel, and release that energy so that he can manifest a life that he does what? This could include Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. Also acknowledging that he was lured into this emotional abyss with some form of temptation, adder, intimacy, a proposal, or even a message of love. Now there's an issue, though, because someone who was once loyal is no longer loyal, causing him to yell out, cry out, bark out, be mad at energy, be mad at source, because there's dead end stalemate. There's a lack of clarity and a perspective shift is needed. Hindsight is 2020. The heart chakra has imbalances and or delays affecting the finances, acknowledging not having up healthy boundaries, also acknowledging that he does not feel like he is standing on a firm foundation. It is raining cats and dogs. Dogs represent loyalty for me, and cats represent wisdom, so both are just pouring out of the sky.
And I think it's amazing that those two cards are right next to each other, Neo, the barking up the wrong tree and the raining cats and dogs. Notice that there's the dog symbolism in both. In the barking up the wrong tree card, you've got this dog that's barking at a tree. And whenever you do readings, like, trees tend to represent family, grounding, the ancestors. And to me, this feels like the ancestors were trying to reach out to him, but not quite able to touch him. Like, the dog is like barking at the tree, like, what can you do to help me? What can you do? But he's not connected enough to source. He's not connected enough to spirit. Like, this, when you're not connected, spirit really can't help you as much. So because he wasn't connected to spirit, this ended up happening right here. Raining cats and dogs. Like, here comes a storm, and you don't have a big enough umbrella for all that's coming at you.
Losing loyalty, not listening to one's higher intuitive self, not feeling grounded. Again, water sign energy, emotional, anxiety, sadness, fear, depression, and wanting to clear, cancel, and release that energy. This is a temporary intensity which causes for him to have to surrender so that this too shall pass. He needs a cleansing and he needs to release. Thank you, Spirit, because this energy, when it comes to her, how he feels about her and everything that is happening, is now a nuisance. This is communication around not feeling rooted and or grounded, not maintaining authenticity or genuinity. Spirit is acknowledging nuisance, provocation, gossip, hassle, freeloading, and opportunists, and seeking to have an opportunity. Sending the collective energy, listening, love, and light. Spirit is also acknowledging that he is going to make a choice that is going to make him feel really good. There's this energy of him not going around it, over it, or under it, that he's acknowledging that he is growing through it because he went through it, and this is happening for him, not to him. This is my thank God I got out of that card, right? What are we talking about in reference to this love loss, wilted flower? I'm being communicated that someone's coming up a little too short in the area of love, creating imbalances and or delays in.
Also, with the swinging on the front porch card and the too big for your britches, notice like the symbolism of the flowers in both cards. Like, this is the one, this was the once was, and this is the now it is this way. So this was the before, and this is the after. This is the before, this is the after. Before, he had a nice, cozy, easy life. He could sit on the front porch and swing. But this is him now. He got too big for his britches. Like, everything that was good in his world is now wilted. It doesn't feel good. He doesn't feel good. It's like he's getting the bitter side of the wine. It once tasted sweet, but now it is bitter. Like, everything's gone bitter.
In the heart chakra. So it could be affecting the finances, feeling like you don't have healthy boundaries, and also acknowledging that one does not feel like they are standing on a firm foundation. Okay, there's arrogance, vanity, self-importance, being high and mighty, modesty is needed, being too big for your britches. Spirit is encouraging me to go back. This card is acknowledging energetically to me, because everything that I say is alleged and for entertainment purposes, that he is thankful because he is going to speak in reference to this relationship. He is going to speak because he's throwing three sheets to the wind. It's a lot of kind of energy. And Spirit is like, okay, so when you get done crying, write down what our next plan of action is. What are you planning on doing next? Because in one hand, there's a musical instrument. In the other hand, there's a beverage. At the heart of it, you want peace. There is a candle being lit, asking for prayer, asking for assistance, asking for guidance, but you're not rooted and you're not grounded. Okay? You're not being authentic and you're not being genuine. Spirit is also acknowledging that you're wearing a mask. Spirit is also acknowledging that your heart chakra has imbalances and or delays for like the fourth time. Hence why it feels totally misaligned. There's an energy of blowing off steam, filled with rebellion, merriment, overindulgence, and wanting to escape from what? From being pounced on emotionally, creatively, and or sexually. Unbeknownst to him, feeling like someone is acknowledging now is the time. And there goes those cats. You guys always tell me about the cats. Spirit is acknowledging to split.
Yeah, and Salah just needs to get it through his head that if before Chantal gets to the table and starts spilling her version of things, he needs to get to the table first. Because if he doesn't get to the table first, she'll start the narrative and she's going to paint the darkest, ugliest picture of him. She made quite the mess for him in Kuwait. Not saying he's not at fault. he is at fault because he dove headfirst into this thing, and he should have cut it off a long time ago. As a matter of fact, he never should have gotten started with it in the first place, but he did because he was greedy and he wanted the easy life, hopping onto somebody else's back, thinking I'm going to get the easy life, but it's not been easy. But if he wants to keep Chantal from tearing him apart on her channel, which she is going to do, he's got to take the initiative and he's got to put out his version of things before she even says a word.
With the deck. Yeah, he's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. This is requiring truthful communication if you want to release this. And what you've done with her, the things that you've done, the things that you've shown her, you're afraid that she's going to use it against you. But guess what? Doesn't matter. Whether it comes out or not, spiritually, karmically, you know that you're going to get it. That's just it. You just going to get it.
Yep.
There's this new phrase, belt to ass. Yeah, you're in the belt to ass season. Belt to ass. Okay, not my business. There's pride, ego, people pleasing energy. Thank you, Spirit. He needs to get rooted and grounded. He needs to be authentic and genuine. And if not, Spirit's like, I don't know what to do because I don't know how to help you, rather. Spirit knows what to do, but Spirit's like, I don't know how to help you because I cannot help a fraud running around here masquerading to be someone that you're not. That's not why you're here.
Okay. And it brings to mind that card that you pulled earlier, Neo, the one with the barking up the wrong tree, where the tree is bending towards the dog, but not quite touching it. The dog is going up the tree and barking at it and making all kinds of noise, but the tree can't touch the dog. It's like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You need to get grounded. You need to get real before I can fully help you.
Okay. Very busy, overwhelmed, frenzied, deadline stress. Refocus and redo for best results. If you want something better, you got to do something better. Salah. Yeah. Shadow work. The wound, fear, or pattern must be faced. Do shadow work with candles, mirrors, and journaling. He also needs to sprinkle red brick dust. He needs to set, spiritual boundaries and sprinkle it across his thresholds or windowsills. Spirit is acknowledging that they're trying to open up a road for you. Do you want to go or you want to stay? Not my business. And I'm not speaking necessarily about physical movement, but spiritual. Use road opener, oil, herbs, or rituals to clear your path.
Okay, I want to touch on a couple of things with those 3 cards. So the first card that you put down was for shadow work. And a lot of people don't know what shadow work is. Let's see if I can find the definition. Shadow work is definitely, it's hard. All right, so what is shadow work? It's nothing ominous, y'all. When shadow work is nothing ominous, it's not evil. What is shadow work? Shadow work, this is the definition. Shadow work is the process of integrating the repressed parts of ourselves that we find unpleasant or cannot tolerate acknowledging. Shadow work is a process of exploring the hidden parts of yourself that you may repress or ignore. It can help you feel whole, heal trauma, and improve your relationships. So shadow work is very difficult because you're really looking inside of like what's going on, like how you do things, why you do things, why you think things. You're taking inventory of yourself, and you're really taking a deep, long look at yourself. And shadow work can be very, very difficult. Also, the other card, let's go back to it for a second. Okay, this card relating to brick dust. What is the purpose of laying brick dust across the threshold? What does it do? Just to explain. It's red brick dust. It's used to spiritually fortify one's home, bring in prosperity, and more. So it can be used for protection against bad energies and bad spirits. Use red brick dust in your windows and doorways to keep out enemies. The powder prevents being crossed. So it can be a protective thing. This is not an evil thing. This is not something you do for evil intention. I just wanted to explain that. And the opening of roads, the opening of pathways, that can be beneficial as well too.
He needs to set, spiritual boundaries and sprinkle it across his thresholds or windowsills. Spirit is acknowledging that they're trying to open up a road for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go or you want to stay? Now, my business. And I'm not speaking necessarily about physical movement, but spiritual. Use road opener oil, herbs, or rituals to clear your path so you can get yourself out of this situation. Doesn't mean that karma is not going to strike. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff to deal with, Salah. There's a lot of things you got to answer to, but if you get on the right path, it'll prevent more bad things from happening. More bad things are going to happen if you stay on the wrong path. Chantal coming into your life was no accident. And it was no accident that you came into her life. She wasn't a relationship for you, Salah, because you were never in love with her. And quite honestly, she wasn't in love with you. It was about learning lessons. There were lessons to be learned for both of you. You were supposed to be a lesson for her. She was supposed to be a lesson for you. Maybe part of the lesson for you, Salah, is that if you're looking for success, don't rely on somebody else to give it to you, just to hand it to you in a big box with a bow and say, here you go. The best success is the success that you work for yourself and you cultivate yourself. And therefore, if you do it that way, it belongs to you. It'll always belong to you through your own hard work and your own energy. It will belong to you and it will be part of your path. But if you are reaching towards somebody else's success or fame or money, essentially borrowing off of what they have, it'll never be yours. And you'll have to deal with all the headaches that come from borrowing off of what belongs to somebody else. And maybe Chantal's lesson dealing with you is stop chasing fantasies and stop reaching for people that want nothing to do with her. There was a lesson in you too. Don't know if you guys learned it, but maybe that was part of why you came together.
Relationship energy with him and Foodie. Endings and beginnings. Something has to end so that something else can begin. So your safe place has to end. Your little date nights have to end. Your safety net gotta go.
Right? Hey.
Thank you, Spirit. Oh, man. Salah and
Was Foodie really a safety net for Salah? She's not really a safe person. I don't see her as being safe. I see her as being a dangerous woman to be around because she does a lot of risky things. She says a lot of risky things. She's very reckless. I don't see her as being safe. Maybe he looked at it as such because, the home and having a home and blah, blah, blah. But that was all a facade. She was actually a dangerous woman. Look at all the trouble she's brought him.
Foodie, how does he feel now? Taurus energy, earth sign energy, bull in a china shop, determined, strong-willed, bullheaded. I deserve better. Is that you looking in the mirror? Like, I deserve better. Not my business. Lost for words. From that spell word, that brouhaha, got you looking like, what? How does Salah feel now about Foodie? Beauty. Feels like she feels she the one. But he said, the police said, oh. You think so?
Oh, no. Oh, no. She thinks she won. And Kuwait's about to say, I don't think so. You better come on back here. This isn't Monopoly. But if it were, you go to jail. You don't pass go and you do not collect $200, Foodie. No, ma'am.
Who is this mature man?
That looks like Dad. I bet that's Dad. Salah's father. Look how close those two are together. The official and the mature man. That feels like Dad's energy.
That's bringing endings, transition. Oh, my goodness.
Oh. Mm-mm. Hmm.
I was just
That's a lot of cards.
waiting for Spirit to say stop. All right, so transition. Okay. Something's got to end so that something else can begin. So with this mature man coming, it's RIP to something and hello to something else. And this is a twin flame, even still. Fire sign energy could be Leo, could be Sagittarius, could be Aries. Touch it, you get burned. You touch it, you get burned. You're supposed to learn a lesson and move the hell on. Because there are false documents, false information, false statements, false agreements, lies, 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 lies. That creates more confusion and more illusion. Forgery. And this has to do with money. This has to do with, I can bring money to make you feel like you're ascending. I can bring money to the table that makes you feel like you're bigger than life. You're higher. You're more fulfilled in this commitment with me. Offering of love even. But he's protecting himself because now there's this energy of even the windy path leads to the light. He's concerned and emotional. He's concerned and emotional. He, Salah. Because of the entity attachment and the false narrative.
Yeah, she left him there to take all the heat. She hightailed it back to Canada, and I'm absolutely certain that when Foodie went to Kuwait the first time, in the back of her mind, she was always had the thought that if anything happened in Kuwait, she had a safe place to go. She could always go back to Canada if she had to. She put that in her back pocket. She said, whatever happens here, I can always run back home. I have a safe place to go. Him, not so much. Definitely not so much. She came back to Canada, and she doesn't care what happens to Salah and his family. She doesn't care about the family name and if she's tarnished it, if there's scandal, if there's embarrassment, if anybody's jobs get affected, if people get fired or laid off or told to take some time off and how that makes people feel. She don't care. Not her family, not her problem. She's leaving him there holding the bag to take all the heat, thinking, I got away. What can they do to me? I'm in another country. You'd be very surprised, Chantal. Don't be so cocky. They still might get you.
How does Salah feel now? Cosplaying. The cosplayer. Oh. Cosplaying. The cosplayer. Air sign energy is down. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Too busy looking at that phone. You're not ready for battle. Did you see it coming?
No.
Spirit says, there goes that blending of guts. That's that spell work. Now he's microdosing. Also moving. Also acknowledging that there's browsing history that is coming up. And this is why he has to move with the Amazon truck. That this was all written down. That this was all a part of some type of script.
Was it written down by him or was it written down by Chantal? And why would he have to delete his browsing history? Are people looking into his browsing history? Are there officials looking into his browsing history? Uh-oh.
Feels very like this. He's being gaslit around this script. Feels like he's been a loyal person. Comforter even. But now he's a used hybrid.
Yep, and that is right on par with Chantal. She'll use you and throw you away because that's what she does. We told him. We put it out there. He didn't want to listen. She's going to use you and throw you away because that's what she does with everybody in her life. She'll use you up and then she'll throw you away. She is the gluttonous Black Widow. Like Black Widow spiders, the females, they eat the males. After mating, they eat the males, and that is Chantal all day long.
Bag of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Tossed out and deleted
Uh-huh.
because of S.
Yeah, she made her money and she was gone. She was just there to make money and to get away from her back taxes, to get out of paying the back taxes for 3 years. So she escaped for 3 years, should have handled her business within 3 years, didn't. But she just wanted a vacation away from paying her taxes and being held accountable. So she ran to Kuwait so she wouldn't have to be held accountable. But all she did was make another set of problems that might come out back and bite her in the ass.
There's money on that. Ancestors are watching.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit said that you're going to be eating frozen dinners.
Oh.
Now that someone has gotten their passport, did they leave you? He's anxious. That's a good question. Oh, thank you. I was saying in my mind, like, where is Foodie? He said, doing that work, doing that stuff. Salah's energy. Where is Foodie Beauty? Okay. She's anxious. She's posting as if everything is okay. She's anxious. This duck.
You know, I'm just going to say something about the poster card, the duck. You don't really find ducks in Kuwait. You find ducks in Canada, though. Does that mean she's in Canada? Does that duck mean she's in Canada? And look, the duck is sipping on a sundae. That looks like Canada to me.
Salah's energy. Where is Foodie? She's an alien in the dark, but she's coming out because of that broken bed. Microdosing. It keeps coming out, this microdosing. Filled with anxiety. Anything else? Oh, thank you. Injections. Eating frozen meals. Injections. Because of the receipts. And the ghost coming back to haunt her.
Hey.
Thank you, Spirit.
Hey.
Wow. Okay, let's just get into it. Salah, how does Salah currently feel about Foodie? Hasty, impatient, fire sign energy in reverse, impulsive, restless, unreliable, distracted, easily tricked, lacks direction, and pessimist, doing some shadow work, the Hermit card, self-reflecting, introspection, spiritual contemplation. Thank you, Spirit. Also acknowledging with a star card that she is hopeful, but there is renewal, rebirth, positivity. What is his biggest obstacle when it comes to Foodie Beauty? I read biggest obstacle in reverse. Failure, lack of recognition, no reward, lack of achievement, fall from grace, conceited, disappointed, obstacle. Heartbreak, deceit, disappointment, unrealistic, turmoil, avoiding conflict, Knight of Cups in reverse. Thank you, Spirit. Obstacle, Eight of Wands in reverse, slow pace, postponement, chaos, losing momentum, hastiness, pessimism, not prepared, sluggish. Will he be prosecuted in this situation? Spirit says yes in reverse. There will be a failure, lack of recognition, no reward, lack of achievement, fall from grace, conceited, and disappointed. What's next for Salah? Spirit says it's in the middle of the deck. Heartbreak, separation, sorrow, emotional pain, heart problems, betrayal, upset, loss, trauma, tears, with the King of Cups in reverse, untrustworthy, unproductive, intolerant, withdrawn, manipulative, emotional, turbulence. And then with the Six of Swords, leaving even though he doesn't want to, transition, letting go of hatred, moving on, leaving behind, seeking relief, and acknowledging that this was a journey. Lots of emotion. This is what he thinks is going to put him in his best headspace. But there's a message from mom to Salah, his mother, and his father. Energetically, mom is acknowledging that there is happiness and to be optimistic, to speak the truth.
Hey.
Thank you, Spirit. The truth about clouded joy, emotional disappointments, blocked creativity, and end of a relationship, gloominess and distress with the Ace of Cups in reverse. And also acknowledging and achieving peace in doing so if he does it, if he makes a choice. Forgiveness, recovery, acceptance, hope, and happiness return. How does his father feel about this situation that he's dealing with? It's in the middle of the deck. He's acknowledging. He's been waiting on this. His daddy been working hard. He's been planning and patient and working hard to reap this moment right here. With the Seven of Pentacles, with the King of Cups, he's acknowledging because he's been untrustworthy, unproductive, and intolerant, withdrawn, manipulative, and emotional turbulence. And this card just came out. He's been waiting on Salah to have this moment because he feels like his son has been a mess. Okay, he's also acknowledging with the Death card in reverse, he's been resisting change, stagnant, a fear of new beginnings, and repeating negative patterns. And this is old. This is disgusting because this is decayed. He's been waiting for this moment. Sending the collective energy love and light now. We step back and let the universe do what the universe does.
Fantastic reading, Neo. Absolutely fantastic. And I have to agree with you with Dad's feelings. I'm sure Dad's been waiting quite a while for this moment to happen. And he couldn't stop Salah from doing what he wanted to do. But being around Chantal, I'm sure, was detrimental to Salah. It just pulled him into her whirlpool of darkness. And now she's gone. And now there might be a chance for him to see more of the light. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this Tarot React. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget to look down below for the link for the original video and check out Neo Tarot's sub-op tour. She does all kinds of wonderful readings. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.